Hey book buddies, Katie here, and today I have a book haul. So, long time no see, you guys. I'm really sorry that I've been gone for forever and that I dropped off the face of the planet. It's just that I'm studying environmental engineering in college right now, and so during the semester I don't even have time to read, much less make videos about what I'm reading, so that's why I've been gone for a really long time. But it's winter break now, and so hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more videos from me over the next month or so. So a couple months ago on Halloween, it was my birthday, and so I know, spooky, but anyway, so I got a lot of books from my friends and family, so I thought I would do a super duper belated birthday book haul. Alliteration is fun. Also, I'm just getting over a pretty bad sickness, so if I seem kind of lethargic or pale, or if my voice sounds a little weird, that's why. But without further ado, the first book haul thing that I would like to haul is not actually a book, it is bookshelves! Look at the beauty that is my new bookshelves. These were a gift from my parents for my birthday, and I am obsessed with them. They're from IKEA. I love them. Look at all the space. Well, I don't think you can really see. Well, yeah, you kind of can. I have a lot of room. I'll do like a little voiceover and I'll show you guys stuff that's going on here. Anyway, yeah. So I have a whole lot of space to put new books, and I'm really excited about it. I put fairy lights around the edges, and I think it looks really nice. For a long time I couldn't buy any more books because I had these sort of floating shelves which looked really awesome, and they were nice for a long time, but I outgrew them pretty quickly. I have something in my eye. I was really afraid that they were gonna fall because they could only hold so much weight, and so yeah. So for a long time I just wasn't buying any books because I didn't have anywhere to put them, but now I have ample room for books, so I'm gonna be buying a lot. Anyway, now on to the books. So my first book is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the sequel in the Six of Crows duology, which I love, and I've already started reading it, as you can see. I'm probably going to finish it today or tomorrow, I think, but look at how beautiful it is. I need to put a bookmark in. But anyway, the edges are red, as you can see. The Six of Crows book, the edges are black, so that's just awesome. But yeah, I was reading Six of Crows around the time of my birthday, and so I am so obsessed with Leigh Bardugo's writing. It's so good, and I love these characters, and just, yeah, I have a lot of feelings, and so I'm probably going to be doing a video about this duology later. It probably won't be a book review. It might sort of be more like a book talk, like with spoilers and just me talking about my feelings, a book discussion, if you will. And then, because I was fangirling so hard about the Six of Crows books, I also got Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is the first book in the Grisha trilogy. I actually think she pronounces it Grisha. I think I saw on her little Instagram story she called it Grisha. Anyway, this is the first book in her first trilogy that's set in the same universe as Six of Crows, and I didn't read this one first, obviously, so hopefully I wasn't supposed to. I don't think I was, because it's not the same characters, and I think it's a different time period maybe. But I'll let you know when I read this one which one you should read first, but I don't think it matters. Okay, so my camera ran out of charge because I didn't check the charge before I started filming the video, because why would you need to do that? Yeah, so I had to go charge it, and it's been like 3 hours, so the lighting's probably different and the camera angle is probably different, and sorry. So another Leigh Bardugo book, Wonder Woman Warbringer. I'm really excited to read this book because I am obsessed with Wonder Woman. Obsessed! I love Wonder Woman. I'm usually more of a Marvel Comics kind of a girl, and I don't really like DC very much, but Wonder Woman is the exception. I love Wonder Woman, and then the new movie that just came out just like sent my obsession through the roof. I love Wonder Woman, and I love Leigh Bardugo, so it's like a win-win. So I'm really excited to read this one. And finally, something by a different author, Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. So this is gonna come as kind of a shock, and a lot of you are probably gonna hate me and unsubscribe, and it's gonna be sad, but I've actually never read anything by John Green. I know, I'm trying to run a booktube channel and I've never read anything by John Green, ever. I've always meant to. I've heard nothing but good things about his books, but I just never got around to it for some reason. So I am really excited to finally read something by him, and I'm excited that this is going to be the first book that I read, because from what I can gather, it's about a girl who has kind of some problems with maybe a little bit of anxiety, maybe some depression, some stuff going on in her life, the ever-tightening spiral of her own thoughts. And that sounds incredibly relatable. So I probably really need this book in my life, so I'm excited to read it. And I'm sure what's going to happen is I'll read it in like one sitting and I'll love it, and then I'll go steal all the rest of the John Green books from my mom and I'll read them in like a week and I'll love them and I'll be a John Green stan. But yeah, for right now, this is going to be my first ever John Green book. Yay! Next is The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. And this is a middle grade book. It's Wanda Newberry, and so that means it's got good. And look how pretty the cover is. It just looks so pretty and magical and awesome. And it is about, there is a village and they think that there's an evil witch who's living in the forest. And so every year they sacrifice one of their babies and they leave it out in the forest for the witch to take, and that's supposed to keep her at bay. But what they don't know is that the witch is actually really, really nice, and her name is Zan, and she's just kind of wondering why this village keeps leaving their babies in the forest. So she keeps taking the babies across the forest to one of the other cities on the other side, and that city adopts the children. And so on the way, because it's a long journey, she feeds them starlight, which has a little bit of magic in it, and so that makes the children kind of glowy, and they're called the Star Children. But one day she's taking across this baby girl, and she's kind of lazy, and she's sort of not really paying attention, and she's getting tired, and so she accidentally feeds her moonlight instead of starlight, and moonlight has a really potent magic. So then this little baby has become like a magical baby. So Zan's like, oh, I better raise this one myself. And so she names her Luna, and this book is about Luna. It looks very, very cute, and I'm really, really excited to read this one. The next book that I got is The Voyage Out by Virginia Woolf. I really like Virginia Woolf, and this is her, I think it's her first book, and I've never read it. And it's about this woman, Rachel, and she is aboard a ship, and while she's on this voyage, some stuff happens with some tragedy, and her engagement to this man starts to kind of fall apart, and yeah, I'm not really sure what happens after that. So I'm excited to find out, because I do like Virginia Woolf, and it's been a while since I've read a classic, so I'm excited to read this one. The next two books that I got were not gifts. They're something that I bought for myself, but I did get them around the time of my birthday. So last semester I was in a creative writing class, which didn't have anything at all to do with my engineering degree, just because I really like to write, and sometimes it's nice to give your brain kind of a break from all the math and science and stuff. So I was taking creative writing, and we were required to attend at least 2 different readings, and so I went to 2 poetry readings, and I got these. And so these are books of poetry. So the first one is by Jasmine B. Bailey, and it's called Disappeared. She was so, so sweet. I met her, and oh, she signed it. Oh, I'm a sucker for signed things. She was really, really sweet, and her poetry is very, very heavy and political, and kind of, what's the word that I'm looking for here? I want to say visceral. She talks a lot about political things, so that's kind of appropriate, but she does have kind of this sense of dry humor that she sprinkles in her poetry, and it kind of gives it a sense of levity here and there. It's really nice, and it's very pretty. Hers is the kind of poetry that is nice to kind of read over more than once, maybe make some notes to yourself to make sure that you really get it. But she was very sweet, and her reading was really nice, and I'm excited to read through this entire book of poetry. The next reading that I went to was Camila Aishamoon, and this is her selection called Starshine and Clay. That's a nod to another poet. Her poetry, oh, she signed this too. look. She was also super nice in person. She seems like one of those people who you would just be friends with. She seems like she would just be friends with any person that she met. She's very, very sweet. And her voice is very calming. She was just really nice to listen to. And her poetry is really great for spoken words. Some poetry doesn't really work well when you speak it out loud. Hers does. But she writes about a lot of things. She also writes about political things and social issues. She writes a lot about feminism, and she writes about racial inequality. She has this one really moving piece, I think in this collection, and it's from the point of view of Tamir Rice's mother, and that one's really moving. She read it at the reading, and it made me tear up a lot. But she also writes about some lighter things, like she writes a lot about jazz, she writes a lot about faith, she writes about self-love. She covers a lot of bases. So both of these poets aren't really big poets, they're indie, so I'm not sure that you could just walk into any old bookstore and find them, but you can find them online, and I am excited to read both of these because they were both very sweet ladies, very talented, and I just feel like I need some more poetry in my life, so I'm excited to give these a read. So that concludes my book haul. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a like or hit that subscribe button, you know. It's almost Christmas, so I'm pretty sure that I'll be coming at you with a Christmas book haul pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks again, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!